How did you get in touch with Jeff Waters?
Well, I was playing guitar in Overkill for about 5 years, and we were actually playing guitar, and we were on tour with Annihilator, and they lost their singer on the tour, Randy Rampage, and it's funny because Bobby and Dee Dee from Overkill told Jeff that I should be his new singer, and they were just they were serious, but they never thought I would leave Overkill to do that, and Jeff thought it was a big joke because he didn't even know I could sing. He knew me as a guitar player. So I said, no, man, I do sing, man. You just don't know me that way. So when I get back, I'll send you some tapes and check it out and see what you think. And he was totally into it and asked me to join the band, basically. And we did the Carnival Diablo album right away.
Did you ever doubt if you should quit Overkill or not?
Well, only because I had been in the band a long time, and we were, it felt like home to me. And I love the band. I love the music. So, it's hard leaving one thing for another, even though I knew it was going to be a better thing for me, and I knew that me and Jeff would make a good team. So, there was always a little bit of push and pull, but I did the right thing. And actually in Annihilator, the main reason was Jeff was willing to make me an equal member and let me write and, get full credit for my writing. And where in Overkill, it's not so much freedom.
Well, you used to play the guitar, you said. Have you been singing lead vocals before you joined Annihilator?
Yeah, I've been in a bunch of bands where I either played guitar and sang, or just sang, or just played guitar. So it was like, different things, but I've been doing it for a long time, and I took lessons years ago and, done a lot of recordings. I was in a band called Liege Lord. They released 3 albums. I was on the final one, and the best one, I might add, and called Master Control, and that came out on Roadrunner in Europe, and that did really well, and I just sang in that band as well.
Did you join the reunion show, was it last year or 2 years ago?
Yeah, well, that was me, actually, that they asked to do it, because I was really the only one still involved professionally in music, and I got together, the whole band agreed to do it with me, and the original band, and then 2 weeks before the show, they backed out on me. Which just goes to show you, why some of the reason why the band didn't last in the first place. But Paul Nelson, the original guitar player, he stuck it out with me and did the show. But I had to grab a bunch of different guys and just put it together, because it wasn't definitely not for money, and it was only going over there for one show. But it was so important to me to play that music and bring it to Europe and play it for the people that had been asking me for years in Overkill. Every show I'd play, hey man, Liege Lord ever get back together? Or you guys, you never came here, and so it was something that needed to be done. It was a great time. It was really cool. So,
did you ever consider to play the guitar in Annihilator too? I mean, you got a second guitar player, Karen Murphy.
Yeah.
Would you like to have his position too?
Oh well, no. If I did, he wouldn't be in the band right now. But
sure.
but no, it's more of a 2 guitar with a lead singer kind of band, and it's always been that way. And there's always a give and take. I know you can't. There's a lot of guys that can sing and play great, like Hetfield and other guys. But I mean, for what I do and for what I'd say 99% of musicians do, you definitely can concentrate better if you're just playing guitar or if you're just singing. And I kind of wanted to stick to that. So I may actually bring out the guitar for the live show, just as something interesting. But I don't know about this tour or what yet. We haven't decided. You
said you recorded Carnival Diablos straight after you joined the band. Did you have much influence on that album at all?
Yeah, well, I came in the beginning. The music was all written, and I wrote about half of about 40 or 50% of the lyrics and a lot of the melodies. So basically all the melodies on the songs I wrote and some of the other melodies from the songs Jeff wrote. And on the new one as well, I wrote about half the lyrics, and either some by myself or Jeff by himself, or some of the songs we worked on together. So we work really well together.
Jeff doesn't write that much lyrics now that he used to. Do you think that's a relief for him, so he can focus on just making the music?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he still enjoys doing it. That's why he still writes about half of the lyrics, because he likes to have his hand in pretty much in everything. But yeah, it does definitely take some pressure off him, because the guys trying to write all the music and before write all the lyrics and all the melodies and produce, and it gets out of control. And me, I think he's got somebody that he can trust to relinquish some of those duties, and it makes him feel a little more comfortable because he's never had that before. Even when he had say Randy Rampage or something, that first album, Jeff wrote all that stuff. Now
even Russ played some bass on the new album, and Curran does a couple of solos.
Right, and those guys contributed a lot. Usually it's Jeff playing all the bass or whatever, and that really helped bring a lot of more identity to the band. And I think that's why we've got the picture of us on the cover. It's just a simple, the logo, the name of the album, and the 5 guys. Here's the best lineup this band's ever had, and here they are, just 5 guys, plain and simple. This is what we do. Here's the album. That's kind of why we went with that cover as well.
Your new album is very intense. It's thrashy. It's a very hard album, and I think the sound is a bit different now from the previous album or albums.
Right.
In your own words, what are the biggest differences between the 2 latest albums?
Well, the sound difference, the main thing, really the only thing, is the guitar tone. And Jeff said, I'm not going to play it safe on this one. I want to do something a little different. I've always had the same guitar sound. I want something a little more brutal, a little bit more Slayerish, a little heavier, which I was totally up for because that's my background, I like the heavier stuff. And the new album is very brutal, but it does still have a lot of melody in it, courtesy of some of the vocal lines and courtesy of Jeff's amazing guitar playing, with all the little melody things that he comes up with. But we did find more of a direction on this one. On the Carnival album, Jeff had written so many different styles in each song. I just tried to match vocally what I felt each song needed. On this new album, Jeff wrote more the music in the same vein or in the same style. Straight ahead thrash, very heavy. So I was able to sing more in one style, more of what my style is, what I'm more comfortable with. It's got more of a unified feel through the whole album, and this new one, that's what we went for, and I think we accomplished that.
I think I can hear some Rob Halford influences on a couple of the songs on the album.
Yeah, well, he's the metal god, dude.
Right.
He's one of my biggest influences. Obviously that's going to creep out, and stuff, guys like Dickinson and Dio and stuff like that. So,
how do you feel about singing the old songs from Annihilator? I mean, I'm sure you do a lot of older tracks.
Yeah.
There are some classics that you obviously have to play, but how do you feel about singing the different songs from the different albums?
Well, I actually love doing it because I'm able to. I just do my own thing with them, and I have a lot of fun with them. And they change a little bit every show we play, and obviously, I'm not going to try to mimic what the other guys did. I have my own style, so I just I had fun with that, figuring out what to do with these songs, how to make them me, and it's really cool. It's fun to do.
What's your favorite Annihilator album from the past?
Other than the 2 I did, obviously.
Sure.
Well, the first 2 are very classic to me, but I'd probably have to say King of the Kill, just for, I don't know, something about it in the songs, really good songs. Then I like Criteria as well because it's real thrashy.